All right, y'all, Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. I'm here with my buddy Eric with Remington, former Marine, Hoorah Kill.
Right, 75.
So, y'all see I've done a couple reviews on the Dark series already. The lever gun that Remington introduced, Marlin Remington introduced last year. And so this year here, SHOT Show 2020, they got a couple more offerings. So I got my buddy Eric here. He's going to go over some of the stuff, and I'll see what we can get from his grubby little hands here in the very near future.
All right, so what we have here is the Marlin Dark series. Like was said, it came out last year. So we started with the 30-30, which is 336 and 45-70 in 1895. Expanded it later in December, came out with the 444 Marlin in the Dark series. And now here at SHOT, we have the 1894s with 357, which also fires 38, and the 44 Magnum versions.
Excellent. So they're all very similar pattern as far as the Dark series goes.
That's correct. So they all come Parkerized from the factory. Excess sight rails on top with ghost ring sights. That way if you want to mount a red dot, you're more than welcome to. They all have painted laminate black stocks, big loop levers with paracord wrap, and also a paracord sling. All the barrels are 18.5 inches. They all come obviously pre-threaded. Here we're showcasing the AAC Tyrant 9M on this 357. So that way if you want to shoot suppressed, it's a fun little gun.
I guarantee it. So the thread pitch on the 357 Magnum, 1/2 x 28.
Correct.
So it's going to fall in line with the common 9mm 5.56 caliber.
Yep.
And the thread pitch on the 44 Magnum is 5/8 x 24.
That's correct.
Which is going to be the common caliber for your 308, 300 Win Mag, 300 Black, that 30 caliber stuff.
Absolutely.
Cool. So you know, my next question is, how long is it going to be before I can get my hands on one of these? When are they going to be available? When should people start seeing them kind of start shipping out?
Probably the end of Q1, so that March, April timeframe. Probably when we're going to start looking at shipping the 1894 Dark series guns.
Excellent. Well, man, I know you're busy, so I can hold you up.
I appreciate it.
Always good to see you, brother, man.
Thanks, Hunter.
Yep. All right, y'all. So still here at the Remington booth. Still my friend. We're still friends.
I think we are.
Eric.
Time will tell.
I made my payment, the check cleared, so I'm assuming we still have some sort of rapport. So I've done a lot with AAC in the past, doing silencer reviews, but they've got some pretty cool stuff that's come out here new. So Eric was mentioning this to me earlier because we were just talking about some of the Dark series with threaded barrels, and he mentioned this to me, so I thought, hey, we got a few minutes, let's get some footage of it. So tell me about this new silencer, man. What you got going on here?
So this is the AAC Jaeger. The Jaeger, we came out with it last year.
Okay.
And what we're looking for is all these suppressors are all $800 to $1,400, depending on the marketplace you're looking at.
Okay.
So how does the average hunter get into the suppressor game? Gets all the benefits, recoil mitigation, reduced sound, communication if they're working with somebody else. How do they fit fill that void?
Sure.
And the Jaeger is the answer. So the Jaeger MSRP, let's start off with that, is $449.
Holy crap, okay.
So it's not designed to be a hard use can, so you have to use...
It's not full auto rated.
Correct.
Okay.
We're looking at the bolt guns here.
Okay.
Someone who goes out, sights in the rifle, shoots a couple groups, lets it cool down, puts it away. Very big. It's starting to really expand in the PRS world. So PRS rounds, our stages are typically 10 rounds or less.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we're aiming here for. 10 to 12 rounds, let the can cool down. So it's hardcore anodized in green. It's all aluminum shield on the outside and a monolithic core on the inside. And then what we did was we used a titanium blast baffle and the titanium mount here. So it gives you some structural rigidity on the mounting area. Real cool feature is that instead of putting the serial number and all the markings on the can itself, we went and we put it actually on the mount.
Oh, okay.
So what that does is, if you're using it, it falls out of your tree stand, you're mountain hunting with it, and rifle falls down the mountain. Send it back to AAC, get it serviced, maintained, no ATF serial number change. We get it re-sleeved and right back to the customer in a very quick turnaround time.
Okay, a little forward thinking. So for somebody that doesn't need a $1,500 Econel full auto short barrel rifle rated silencer, that's going to go out and hunt or shoot some local matches, it's not beating on it to death for long periods of time.
Absolutely.
You've taken that and saved a tremendous amount of weight and a tremendous amount of money on the MSRP.
Yeah, overall weight of this is 13 ounces.
Holy crap, you know, some of those full, Econel cans like the SR7, SR5, great can, but it's got a lot of weight to it and they are quite expensive and would really be overkill for somebody with a bolt gun.
Absolutely.
And this being direct thread?
Direct thread, 5/8 by 24.
So you just get your favorite hunting rifle bolt gun, get the barrel threaded, and then you're good to go. You don't have to buy a bunch of different brakes and mounts and that sort of stuff.
Yep, 300 Win Mag rated and below.
Oh wow, okay.
So it fills a huge void. It's almost a no-brainer. You can actually get a couple of them for a couple different guns,
Sure.
maybe you and your kid, whatever the case is.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I've always been told or understand to know that direct thread cans generally going to have less of an impact on your point of impact, point of aim, and accuracy than a QD mount can. Now, I don't know that for sure. Do you have any input on that?
It really depends. Scientifically, when you really break down the numbers,
Okay.
it should fit flush against the shoulder.
Okay.
And in that case, you would have a smaller impact shift or POI shift for sure.
But it's probably all going to be very minuscule. But it's beneficial for this to be a direct thread.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, look, man, I appreciate you going over this with me kind of last minute, so I certainly do appreciate that. And thanks for all your help.
Thanks, Hunter.
All right, be good, brother.